Hi, I'm Liz. I go by Stitch by Liz with an underscore over on Instagram. And welcome to Flosstube. I'm pretty sure this is 79. Yeah, 79. It is my mid-year WIP parade. My notes will eventually be in front of me, but you know, we've got company. It's my mid-year WIP parade. Yay! If you are new, welcome. I know WIP parades are a good way to find people. If you are returning, welcome back to the Hot Mess Express. That is me. It is very early. It is just before 7 a.m. on Friday, what day is it? 27th of June, 2025. So, yay, mid-year WIP parade. I am very tired. It has been a long week and we still have a full day of work ahead of us. If you are new, this is my little corner of YouTube where I talk about all of my cross stitch. This little corner up here is where Ross, my husband and unpaid editor, comments or whatever he wants to. This little corner down here, stop, is where the baby Vady pops up and comments whatever he wants to. He is obviously here today. He is in a very clingy mood. Yeah, he's likely to appear very often, so we'll see how this goes. If you are new and you have found me from this WIP parade, my name is Liz. I live in Melbourne, Australia. It is the middle of winter currently. I live with my husband Ross. He has his own channel. He is linked down below. And our little tiny dark lord, the baby Vady. I have been stitching since I was, I want to say like 15. I am 38. So I've been stitching for a very long time, and I used to primarily be a monogamous, full coverage BAP stitcher. I know this will shock you. And I used to only ever stitch on 18 count white. And, you know, if you've watched some of my first Flosstubes ever, everything is literally on an 18 count white Ada. So, you know, that's where I started. I have come a very long way from that, which you will see in what I stitch on. And yeah, I do have a lot of my BAPs in the cupboard that you can't see off to the side. If you want to see them, if you want a previous finishes video, let me know. I can always film one. There are a bunch of projects up here. So normally all of my WIPs are up here. As you can see, there is only quite a few behind my needle minder board. There's only a few left. These are the ones that I haven't stitched on this year. So the only ones I'm showing you in the WIP parade this year, mid-year WIP parade, is what I've stitched on, and this is what I'm going to do going forward. This needle minder board is a frame that I broke the glass on, and I just put magnetic strips in it, and it's got all of my Ginger Stitch AU minders that are not currently on projects. There is a lot more. That board had so much on it until I did my May starts, so you're going to see a multitude of Ginger Stitch AU needle minders on here. You may see some floss palettes if I show you. Definitely go and check out Ginger Stitch AU. They are fantastic. They just released 2 new floss palettes and I've already bought them, which I cannot wait for them to arrive and to show you. Any haul that has come in, I'm not going to show you today. I'm just going to do my WIP parade, and I will show you in my next regular Flosstube. Now, I will be sharing stats. I will be sharing what how many stitches I've done this year, and I will be sharing the date that I started. If you're not about the stats, don't listen to the stats. I don't know what to say. I'm sharing them because when I go and do my end of year WIP parades, I actually watched the previous one before, and the stats are for me to show how much I've done in the year. So while I was prepping for this video, I was actually had my 2024 end of year WIP parade playing, so I could write down like how many stitches I had finished on at that time, and then I've calculated it based on what I've done for this year. If you can hear, if Vader is not in the room currently, he will be in and out. If you can hear him meowing in another room, he's looking for Ross. Ross is at work. He does this every day. We do this every day when I'm home. Sometimes I have to take him into every room in the house and the garage to show him that Daddy's not home. So if you hear him meowing, I apologize. If you hear ringing bells, that's him playing with his toy from his Auntie Chloe. He loves that thing. He goes nuts for it. So if you do hear that ringing bell, that's what it is. Okay. I'm going to do a really tiny life update for my regular viewers. If you have watched one of my previous videos, you will have known I've been waiting for a date for surgery. I have a date for surgery. I am having surgery on the 17th of July, which works out for perfect timing because it's in between 2 floss tubes. So, you'll get a floss tube from me the week before, which is frogwarts, but I've got the day off, so I can film that during the day. The Thursday after, I have surgery, and then the Thursday after that, you'll have another floss tube. Fingers crossed that I'm okay and that I actually do some stitching in that time. I'm sure I will. I'm not really allowed to move much, so we'll see what happens. I also had an MRI on my ankle yesterday, and I'm waiting on the results for that. Surgery is not related to my ankle, so that's completely separate, but I did have an MRI because something popped in there on a weekend, and it feels very loose. And if you're not aware, I have had an ankle reconstruction before. It's very tight in there. Things are stapled down, and there's a lot of titanium in there holding stuff together, and for something to pop in it to become loose, that's not great. So hoping everything's fine and it's just the ligaments a little bit stretched. We'll see what happens when I get the results. I'll update you in my next video. And yeah, so I've been waffling enough. I'm going to jump into this, my WIP parade. Everything is in chronological order because that's how I roll. Everything is in project bags. Nothing is unzipped. I will primarily show you all of the project bags because why not? I am starting with my oldest WIP, which is going to be a finish this year because I am determined. This has had so much progress this year. So I started this on the 14th of December, sorry, one of my needle minders just came off. I started this on the 14th of December, 2019. I did stop stitching on this for a while. Like I said, I was a monogamous stitcher back in 2019. And I wanted to work on something else. And, you know, at the time I thought you could only work on one project at a time, but no, turns out, no, you don't have to. So this is where Mickey is up to. So there is not much left. So what I am doing is I am stitching this every Saturday and Sunday until it's finished, and it's fairly close. So this year I have gotten in this page finish plus everything below this line, which, oh, he looks so good. This is stitched on an 18 count white, 2/1 full cross with the called for DMC, and primarily this is what I've been working on this year. I did finish this page up here, but all of this is new. A lot of this is actually new since my last video too. I got almost 2,000 stitches on this last weekend. There's really not much left. So there's a full page here, a full partial page, and then obviously a partial page and a partial full page left to go. I am loving this. Like, this actually looks like water on the rock. So cool. The needle minder that's on here is Mickey. It's from Accoutrement Designs. Yeah, this is back when my margins were like really small. So I had to sew on some fabric to get it comfortably in the Q-snap because I used to stitch in a 6-inch hoop. I don't do that anymore. So yeah, that is Mickey. He's had 12,370 stitches this year. So this one has had the most progress. I am putting everything back in the project bags. I won't zip them up, and they're going on the floor. All right, My next WIP is the Collectors. This is from Autumn Lane Stitchery. This was my New Year, New Start in 2022. So I started this on the 1st of January 2022. I am stitching this on an 18 count that I hand dyed myself. And this is where it's up to. This has had a whopping 611 stitches this year, which is primarily this tree and these little bits and pieces. Both of these needle minders are from Ginger Stitch AU. This fabric never shows true to color. Like, it's a very grungy green. I love it. Again, I don't know what I was thinking with this, but my margins are a bit out, so it also has green fabric. So that is the Collectors from Autumn Lane. It's in a Halloween bag. Most of these bags I've made myself, so I think there's only a couple that are not from me. Alright, next WIP is Diagon Alley by Country Magic Stitch. This has been restarted way too many times. I started this on the 17th of February 2022. And this is where I'm up to. This is stitched on a 22 count 2/1 tent stitch with CXC thread. This has had 1,804 tent stitches this year. Needle minders. This one's from Itchy Stitchy. It's no longer available. This one's from Adam Hart. So this is where this is up to. The amount of times this has been restarted, because I started 2/1 tent, then I went 1/1 full cross, and then I went back to 1/1 tent, 2/1 tent stitch. And I love the coverage of CXC. So good, so good. Okay. Next up is Dragon Phoenix. This is from Maria Brovko. Cute Patterns by Maria over on Etsy. This one is so close to a finish. I started this on the 17th of February 2022. This is where I'm up to. This is what I mean by, like, it's so close to a finish. Sorry. So this year this has gotten 2,230 stitches. This is stitched on an 18 count 2/1 full cross wear cord and 2/1 tent wear cord. Would be great if I moved the giant Phoenix needle minder out of the way. No. Let's move it up here. So this is where it's up to. So I have very little to fill in. I just need to fill in some white in here. And then it's literally just this. It's so, and then the back stitching, which is a lot. But this is so close to a finish. So good. So good. Phoenix needle minder is from Ginger Stitch AU. Okay, next up is one of my Mania starts from 2022. This is Ahsoka by Owl's Head Design. It's got so many needle minders on it. I started this on the 1st of May 2022. And this is where she's up to. Fairly close. This year she got 1,875 stitches. This is 2/1 full cross on an 18 count white, because, you know, still like 18 count white. So this doesn't look like it's stitched, but it's all B5200, and that's all stitched as well. So it's really just like from here, that's all done, no skin, and like from here down. So not much left to go. Needle minder R2D2 is from Inchworm Designs, and the other two are just from my LNS when you put in an online order. She sends you a little free needle minder. I had a lot of park threads, so that's why the extras are on here. I could probably take them off, but it's not a current Liz problem. Okay, that is that one. Next up is Siren of the Sea. by Autumn Lane Stitchery. I started this on the 14th of May 2022. It was another one of my mania starts. This has had so much progress this year, which I'm loving. I'm really hoping this can be a finish as well. This is where I'm up to. This is stitched on an 18 count Blue Ocean Floor, Opalescent by Color Cascade. This year she's received 1,987 stitches, and that was literally in this bottom half. So I finished this tentacle, and then I started this one, and a little bit of the bubbles. But this is insane. This opal is insane. It is gridded because I can't count. This needle minder is from Ginger Stitch AU. It's an 18 count, but it's a very tight 18 count. But I love the way this is going to look like with her fin over here. It's going to be so good. So good. Such good fabric for it. Okay, next up is the fox. I have a photo. I have the pattern. This is the fox by Cottage Garden Samplings. This is number 1 in the Year in the Woods. I'm only stitching this one. I'm not stitching the others. This pattern is going to my friend Lauren once I'm finished, which hopefully does not take me that much longer. I started this on the 1st of July 2022. This is where I'm up to. This year this has had 1,099 stitches, so she's had a chunk. Let me move this little foxy boy. This is on an 18 count that I hand dyed myself. 2/1 with the called for, including the overdyed. So it's gonna look so good. Little fox needle minder is from Ginger Stitch AU. I will say Ginger Stitch AU many times in this video, just heads up. Okay, next up, I don't know how you think you're going to get up from there, buddy. Next up is, oh no, it's stuck in the zip. Okay. Next up is Small World by Cross Stitcherella. This is a freebie pattern. It is in their Facebook group. So if you want to stitch it, jump over into that Facebook group. It's in the files. I started this on the 17th of July 2022, and this is where it's up to. This year, this has not had much. It's had 529 stitches, and it's all down here, and the reason it's had so little is because I stitched this whole block in the wrong colour, and I need to frog it and re-stitch it, which is really annoying. So then I moved up here. So yeah, that's disappointing. This is 18 count white. 2/1 full cross, we're called, and then the sky background is actually 2/1 tent. I'm not sure you can really tell, but I love this. It's block colouring. This might actually come with me to Disney next year. We shall see. We shall see. It's just block stitching. Okay, next up is Haunted Carousel by the Witchy Stitcher, another name you will hear a lot of in this video, most probably. I didn't show the needle minder on that one. It's from Itchy Stitchy. It's no longer available. Haunted Carousel by the Witchy Stitcher. I started this on the 24th of October 2022. It was a Patreon chart. I'm pretty sure it's available now. Who knows? Anyway, this is where I'm up to. This got 1,000 stitches this year, and this is stitched on an 18 count that I hand dyed myself. So it got 1,000. Both of these needle minders are from Ginger Stitch AU. One is the Midnight Moth, one is the Planchette. So yeah, I don't know how I managed to dye this so perfectly, but this grey that's in here is meant to be like just like very subtle, and it's perfect for this, and it's going to be like the middle part of the carousel, but don't know how I managed that. Go past Liz. Love that for me. All right, next up is my BAP. It's in a Jasmine Custom Bags bag. Well, it's one of my BAPs because now I have a few. Oh my god. Okay. This has got a lot of park threads. If you don't like park threads, I apologize. It has a lot of needle minders. If you don't like a lot of needle minders, I also apologize. They're literally the only thing keeping me sane on this project. So I started, this was my birthday start in 2022. So I started this on the 24th of November, 2022. How fitting that my tiny villain has come out when I'm showing this. This is my Disney villains piece. Buddy, you're gonna have to move. Anyway, this is where I'm up to. So as you can see, the Queen of Hearts is showing up. I really need to get some more work on this. But this had 926 stitches this year. This is stitched on a 25 count 2/1 tent with DMC. Yes, buddy. Okay. Every single needle minder on here is from Ginger Stitch AU except for the TARDIS, which is from Inchworm Designs. So many needle minders. And the baby Vady, who has 0 chill. Are you right, buddy? Can I continue my WIP parade? No? But I need to because Mummy has to work. Okay, next up in this amazing Lynn X Stitches bag is the Stephen King House by the Witchy Stitcher. This is what it'll look like. Thanks, buddy. This I'm stitching for my best friend, Cass Crosses, over on Instagram. Because I wanted to stitch it, but I don't keep clown thingies in my house because clowns are just no. But, oh my god, my thread is like everywhere. Nobody. This is where I'm up to. Sit down. This is where I'm up to. This year, this has gotten 1,038 stitches. I'm stitching this on an 18 count Mystery Volcano stitching fabric. 201 full cross with Cold 4 DMC. Most recently, I've finished this block and I've started working down. This is also gridded because I can't count and it's very intricate. So that is the Stephen King house. Buddy, I need my notes. All right. Can I have my notes back? Yep, and you bite me. No, thank you. Okay, next up is also in my Jasmine custom bags bag. First up is The Princesses by Happy Sloth Studios. I started this on the 21st of February 2023. And this is where I'm up to. I'm stitching this on a 18 count mystery by Live and Die LA. I'm stitching this 2/1 full cross with the Cold 4 DMC. Yeah, this is where I'm up to. Aurora is my most recent outline. This needle minder is from Ginger Stitch AU. So next up is the companion piece. I also started this on the 21st of February 2023. This is The Villains by Happy Sloth Designs. And I'm stitching this, oh, the paper's gone, but it's an 18 count Wisteria by Live and Die LA. And this is where I'm up to. I didn't share. The Princesses got 2,647 stitches this year. The Villains have had 1,255, and that's also because I had to rip her face out and restitch it. So, that is where that is. Needleminder is also from Ginger Stitch AU. Alrighty. I wonder if I can do this on on one battery. Next up is the Nostalgic Ouija by the Witchy Stitcher. This was also a Patreon chart. I'm pretty sure it's now available. I started this on the 24th of June, 2023. Let me just get the project bag behind it because it's going to be see-through. I'm stitching this on an 18 count black, 2/1 full cross with the code 4. And this year, this has gotten 1,175 stitches. So good. So good. I love this. It's so bright and so colourful. It's so fun to work on. It needs some more work. Book of Spells. It's blown out needleminder. Is from Ginger Stitch AU. Alrighty. Next up is a Christmas Eve start that I started with Mel, who is a girl of pages and threads over on Instagram, and Miss Chloe. They have both finished. I have not. This got some work this month actually, or last month. No, this month. And that is Sunburnt Christmas by Fiddlesticks AU. And this is where I'm up to. So I'm stitching this on an 18 count opal from Volcano Stitching. It's Mystery. I'm stitching this 2/1 full cross with the code 4. And this year this has had 750 stitches. Glow in the dark, fox needleminder, or the cat. I'm not sure. No, this is the cat. Is from Ginger Stitch AU. So good. This is actually one of my WIP Go calls for July. So you guys will see this in July for another 500 stitches. Alright, next up is Dragons, a field guide by Climbing Goat Designs. I started this on the 10th of January 2024. And this is where I'm up to. The border is not finished. I'm stitching this on an 18 count that I hand dyed myself. And I think for once it's actually showing true to colour. This year this has had 1,464 stitches. And that 1,664 stitches is in this dude. Which I need to backstitch the name underneath. And then I can move on to the next one. At some point. It's a start along. We don't need to finish at the same time. Little dragon needleminder on his stitchy hoard is from Ginger Stitch AU. Okay. What's next? Oh, my Long Dog. So this is Waves of Emotion by Long Dog Sampler. This was my Long Dog Leap Day start. What has happened here? Why is my... That was so weird. This is where I'm up to. I'm stitching this on a 25 count white even weave, and I'm stitching this 1/1 full cross with my choice of Silks for You silks. I started this, when did I start this? 29th of Feb this year. Nope, last year. And it's had 1,325 stitches this year. So I've brought the top all the way across. This is the other edge, so this is the entire width of this Long Dog. This is where I'm up to. Both of these needle minders are from Ginger Stitch AU. This variegated that I'm using for the words, I actually fussy cut it because it's got a cream in it that just doesn't show up. Like, you could barely see it in the heart, which is when I decided, nope. So the silks I am using for this is the Autumn 2024 Seasonal Silk Pack. This is number 2. This is CM015. So that's primarily the whole chart, and then I'm using Autumn 2024 number 4, which is this variegated. So I'm fussy cutting the cream out of it because it does not show up on my fabric. Anyway, Waves of Emotion. So good. Hopefully it'll get finished before Leap Day of 2028. We shall see. Okay, next up is Scary Sampler. This is from Heartstring Samplery. I started this on the 1st of April 2024. This has had a chunk of progress this year. I'm gonna have to unfold this whole thing. I'll show you the whole thing. Anyway, this is where it's up to. I'm stitching this on a 32 count Tea Rose from Sew It All Australia. It's a fabric flare fabric. Now I will come closer and show you primarily what I've worked on, which is the grass, part of the forever grass, and the coffin and skeleton dude. I was using DMC 310 for the eyes and the writing, and I ended up getting the called for, I'm pretty sure it was Raven. I'm pretty sure it's Raven. And I used it in here, and the coverage is so much better, so I'm going to rip out the other ones. I'm using the called for hand-dyed, which is a mixture of, I'm pretty sure, Weeks and Classic Colorworks and Gentle Arts. So if I can, oh my god. So these are the overdyed. Chloe and Amy, who is Amy in the Valley, I'm pretty sure on Instagram, are stitching this using the DMC. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're also stitching it 1/1. I'm stitching it 2/1 full cross. And then there's little bits where it's 1/1. I haven't stitched that yet. This is the Fox Glow in the Dark Needle Minder from Ginger Stitch AU. I love the variegation in the grass though. So good. So that is, that's had, I'm not sure if I said 2,677 stitches this year. Alright, next up is a 2024 start, but I restarted it this year, so I've got both in here. So this was my original start. This was on a Mystic Fabrics fabric, and I realized I cut it too small and I started it in the wrong way. So instead of frogging it all, I just picked a new piece of fabric and, decided to just restart it because why not? And I actually think I like this fabric much better. I don't know what is happening with my needle here. It's again come through the front in a completely random section. Anyway, so this is my restart. I started this on, well, technically the 6th of April 2024. I'm sticking with that date. And this is 500 stitches into the restart. This is a 18 count by someone. I don't know what this fabric is. I have it written down on my spreadsheet. This needle minder, the Lilies, is from Ginger Stitch AU. The Eevees is from Inchworm Designs. Okay. Next up is Happy Haunts. This is from Good Morning Maui. I started this on the 19th of June 2024. And this is where I'm up to. This is on a 32 count even weave that I hand dyed myself. I'm stitching this 2/1 full cross in the called for. I started this, I said when I started this. This year it's had a total of 483 stitches. Wow, so many stitches. And it is primarily in the Tightrope Girl and a little bit in the Tombstone. But I have one more and the top row will be done which is exciting. Oh, my fabric is molting. The flower needleminder is from Ginger Stitch AU. Madame Leota needleminder is from me, and I made it from a Disney pin that I bought last year. And I specifically bought it for this project. So that is Happy Haunts. Next up, I have a picture for this one. Oh, that was not a great zip. Is The Mad Tea Party by Bella Filipina. This is next in the Fairy Tale series. I'm stitching the Fairy Tale series. I'm not doing any more Bella stitch-alongs. I've talked about that in the previous video. So that is what she will look like. I am stitching this on the other piece of 32 count Tea Rose Even Weave from Sew It All Australia. I started this, when did I start this? 23rd of June 2024 for my friend Jess's birthday. She's Ladybug Stitches. Actually, no, her name has changed because her account got hacked. Can't remember what her new name is, but I'll have her link spelled down below. This is where I'm up to. Both of these needle minders were a present from Jess along with the pattern, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, she sent me the pattern. And this year this had 858 stitches, which I think was a little bit down here, and then I filled in some of the DMC and then her hat and the white, which you can't really see, but it will be backstitched, so it's fine. So that is where she is up to. So, are you right there, buddy? You can't jump down on the chair, there's things on there. Are you stuck? Well, you live there now. Next up is Plants and Petrichor. This is from Fine Frog Stitching. This was their stitch along. I am well behind. It is finished. I am not. I started this on the 27th of August 2024. This is where I'm up to. This is stitched on an 18 count forest by Colour Cascade. I don't know why I decided to stitch it this way, because this is a whole bunch of extra fabric now on this side. Who knows? This year this has had 494 stitches, which is primarily most of the grey in here. And then I'm pretty sure I did these two shelves and then I started filling this in. Buddy. Cherry Blossom Needleminder is from Ginger Stitch AU. So that is that one. Next up is Boo Spook Haunt. This is from Hello from Liz Matthews. This I started on the 26th of September 2024. I'm stitching this along with Mel. This is where this is up to. This is stitched on a 40 count, I want to say driftwood, from Whoopsie Daisy Designs. I'm stitching this 1/1 with my own threads. The colours are essentially what is in the chart, but I've just pulled my own threads to use. This year this has had 277 stitches and it's all in this little ghosty because they are very dense, very, very dense stitching. I don't mind 40 count. This is 1/2, if I didn't say that. This Planchette Needleminder is from Ginger Stitch AU. I'm unsure if I'm going to do the words. I was firmly team no, but now I'm team I don't know. We will see. Okay, next up is another stitch along, which I am behind on, because the new release just came out, I think, a couple of days ago. This is Mythical Creatures, a field guide by Climbing Goat Designs. I started this on the 24th of October 2024. Random bobbin. This is where I'm up to. I did the border, like straight away, finished the border. I did the Phoenix when it came out. There's been multiple releases. I'm pretty sure the Centaur is out. There's a Fairy somewhere. And then the Kelpie just came out. The Kelpie is amazing. I think the Kelpie so far is my favourite. This is where it's up to. This is on an 18 count, I want to say Life and Universe by Fiberlicious. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Life in Universe. Which I love. It's beautiful. Both of these needle minders are from Ginger Stitch AU. And this year, it's only had the Phoenix. And this is 1,895 stitches for the Phoenix. And the amount of times I had to frog that thing and restitch it was just no. It was a no for me. It was not fun. Okay, next up is I don't know the name of the chart, but it's Queen Elizabeth by the Primitive Hair. I'm pretty sure it's the Jubilee celebration chart that she released. I started this on the 4th of November 2024. This is a stitch that I'm doing for my auntie. And this is where I'm up to. This is stitched on an 18 count vintage country mocha with the code for DMC. And this year this has had 390 stitches. And that 390 stitches took forever because this is all confetti. It's like, there is 310 in here, there's 939, there's 3799, there's 413, there's 150 million shades of light grey and white. But it's going to look so good. So, she definitely needs more work. This needle minder, which you've seen it under the project, I accidentally bought too, is from Ginger Stitch AU. So that is where that is at. Next up is another stitch along that I am behind on because it is finished. I am still on like part 1. Part 3. I haven't finished part 2. I'm not pulling out the whole piece because it's massive and literally everything I can show you is in this tiny one section. This is Secret Grove by Needle-Lot Designs. I started this on the 6th of November 2024 and this is where I'm up to. This year this has had 1,493 stitches and this is stitched on a 32 count at last by Color Cascade. So it's going to be long. But yeah, that's all I've done. Those needle minders are both from Ginger Stitch AU. The reason I didn't really work on this much was because I ran out of 434 and 435 and I'm pretty sure 436. So I ordered the skeins. They are now in this bag. It will get worked on when it spins up. Next up is also another Needle-Lot Designs. This is Capy Barara Tea. This was our New Year's Eve start with Mel. So not New Year's Eve, Christmas Eve. 24th of December 2024. Anyway, this is where I'm up to. I'm stitching this on a 32 count Palomino by Crafty Leanie. This year this got around 2,000 stitches. I don't know the exact number because I started this just before my WIP parade and or just after my WIP parade. I can't remember now. Anyway, this is where it's up to. It's very cute. Needle minder, Capy Barara in the tub. Is from Ginger Stitch AU. She's perfect for this. So I'm stitching this 2/2 with called for. Needle-Lot charts are just amazing. So good. They look like stickers and that's what I love about them. Okay, next up, we're officially into 2025 WIPs and WIPs that I am behind on because these are meant to be my stitch a day. They are not. I'm very behind. I am literally still in April, I think. But that's because I did Mania. So both of these were started on the 1st of January 2025. I am stitching these along with Mel, Chloe, Erin, who is the hiking stitcher. Pretty sure someone else is doing it and I can't remember. Anyway, this is 324 by Works by ABC. I have photos, but they're not here with me. Hopefully Ross has photos and he can insert them. Anyway, this is where this is up to. I literally have, I'm pretty sure, one more row at the bottom, and we've hit the bottom, and then I can move up into the next bit. But I'm behind. I am very far behind. This is stitched on a 36 count even weave in white. This year this has had 5,167 stitches. Needle minder is from Ginger Stitch AU. And then the next one is 324, the sequel. Also started on the 1st of January 2025. Also very behind on. And this is where this one's at. So this one is stitched on a 25 count, 1/1 essentially, but it's all backstitch and embroidery. So they'll be the same size once they're done. Needle minder is from Ginger Stitch AU. So these, they're really quickly because they're in Q-snaps. They will go back in Q-snaps, and hopefully I can get caught up. Oh, I have the project bag for them. That I thought it was on the chair behind me. Oh well. Next up is The Haunted Mansion by the Witchy Stitcher. This was a chart for the fandom stitching retreat in January. Yes. And I started this on the 3rd of January 2025. This is where I'm up to. This is stitched on a 16 count Blackbird by Color Cascade. I love it. It is amazing. This is 1,066 stitches using the called for 2/1 full cross. Stitching a pumpkin needle minder is from Inchworm Designs. I love this. I love this. I love this so much. Blackbird is my new favorite black fabric. So, does not come in an even weave though because it dyes as a really weird brown. Anyway. Okay, next up was a 2024 start that I restarted, but I put down the restart date, so I'm counting it as a 2025. I started this on the 9th of January 2025. It is also in a Lynn bag that was gifted to me when she came to Australia. Love it. I love it. So I originally started this on an 18 count, 2/1 full cross. And then I realized late last year that I had stitched it the wrong way on my fabric. And I was not pulling out the well over 1,000 stitches that I had done. So I'm like, I'm just going to restart it. And I have. And I'm doing it 1/1 on a 32 count. So this is Mario Through the Ages. I started this on the 9th of January 2025. Yep. This is what it looks like. This is stitched on a 32 count. Clouds by Color Cascade, which I thought was more fitting than the fabric I had chosen. This is 1,042 stitches. And it's 1/1 on 32 count with the called for DMC. This needle minder, the peach needle minder, is from Ginger Stitch AU. Game Over needle minder is from Rebel Stitcher. But itty bitty. So this is, I think this piece is a 17 by 26, and it's not going to use the whole thing, but it fits, like the whole chart fits this way. So this is Clouds, and it's going to look so good. So good. I need to just work on this. It has so much floss. To be fair, that's floss for an 18 count, so I'm not going to use a lot of that, but just, it's going to be crazy. It's gonna be cray. So that is that one. I wonder how much we have left. Not much, actually. Not much at all. Alright, next up is Golden Dragon. I don't know who this is from. I'm stitching this with Mel. I'm pretty sure she's well further along than I am, because she actually worked on this recently. I I started this on the 20th of January this year. And this is where I'm up to. Not that you can really see much, but it's going to be backstitched. I'm stitching this on a 18 count amethyst, I'm pretty sure, from Crafty Leanie. I know you can't really see much, but it's going to be backstitched, so it'll pop. So far this is all half cross. So I think I'm going to do all the half cross first, get it out of the way, and then do the full cross. Yeah. Both of these needle minders are from Ginger Stitch AU. This year this has had 1,269 stitches. So it just needs some more work, which I will say about a lot of my projects. Alright. Oh, I have one bar on my battery. I'm going to change the battery now. That way it's not going to cut me off. I don't have much left, but watch it cut me off. I will be back. Okay, I am back. Hopefully it's in the same position. I have to take off my little tripod to put the battery in, so hopefully it's fine. Alright, I showed you Court of Crows. Next up is, no, I showed you Golden Dragon. Next up is Court of Crows by Fine Frog Stitching. This is the current stitch along. I'm very much behind. I was sort of caught up at one point. I started this on the 21st of February 2025. This is where it's up to. This is stitched on an 18 count plum from Forbidden Fibre Co. I'm stitching this 2/1 full cross with the called for. This year this has had 2,308 stitches and I am very far behind, but you know, it's fine. They are start-alongs for a reason. This needle minder is from Ginger Stitch AU. You know, it'll get done. The others get done. It's fine. Okay, next up is in a Star Wars Jasmine custom bags bag, because why not? This is Samhain Witch by the Witchy Stitcher. This is a Patreon chart. I don't think it's available yet. I'm 90% sure it's not available. I started this on the 15th of April 2025. I'm stitching this along with Mel and Jen, who is over at Wolf Down the Rabbit Hole, and Wild Idris Studios, and her shop is reopening. So make sure you give her a follow on Instagram and you'll find out. I'm pretty sure it's in 5 days from when I'm filming, not from when this actually goes up. So 15th of April 2025 is when we started, and this is where I'm up to. I'm stitching this on the other piece of 18 count Palomino by Crafty Leanie, and this is 538 stitches with the called for DMC. This needle minder is from Ginger Stitch AU. It's gonna be so good when it's done. It's a small chart, like, I mean, I could just finish it, but you know, I get bored. Anyway, all right. Next up, before we jump into my 150 million mania starts, is the Namorey Tapestry by Modern Folk Embroidery. This is my first Modern Folk Embroidery chart. I started this, when did I start this? 23rd of April 2025. This hasn't had much work on it, but I love it. This is where I'm up to. So I'm doing this tone on tone. It's going to be so good. I'm stitching this on a 32 count Mermaid Lagoon by Live and Die LA, and I'm stitching this with Silks for You. It is, do I have, yeah, it's darker than what it's showing up as. The green never shows up. Whatever. But I'm stitching this with a pale green Silks for You silk. Both of these needle minders are from Ginger Stitch AU. I am stitching this 2/2 full cross. And I'm stitching this with a winter 2024 silk, which maybe I'll do this. is green. But I love this. This was a whole 273 stitches. So can't wait to get back working on that. It is amazing. Okay, now we are into my mania starts. Okay, first up, what is happening? Where do you belong? You belong to that. First up is All Hail 310 by the Witchy Stitcher. This is, I think this is available. I'm 90% sure this is available. I'm gonna need the cardboard behind this. I started this on the 1st of May. This was my first mania start. This is where it's up to, not much. This is 214 stitches. I am stitching this 2/2 full cross in 310 on 32 count Blackbird linen by Colour Cascade. I started this at work because I'm not smart. Do you know how hard it was to see in fluorescent lighting? This is definitely a at home with good lighting WIP. Yeah, that's where it's up to. Like, when you hold it back here, sorry, Liz, what have you done on this project? Nothing. So, Familiar Needleminder is from Ginger Stitch AU. So that is All Hail 310. Next up was my second mania start. This is Summoner by Autumn Lane Stitchery. This is the second in the Forsaken Forest series. So the Collector's is first. This is number 2. And I started this on the 3rd of May. And this is where I'm up to. This is 986 stitches. And I'm stitching this on an 18 count. Oh my god. What's the name? It's from Crafty Leanie. It's the December 2024. I can never remember. It's like an oil spill. I cannot remember the name of it. It's going to frustrate me. It is written down, just not with me. But this is where it's up to. So we've gotten some of the lightning in, some of the tree, a lot of the black. Mothman Needleminder is from Ginger Stitch AU. So those two share a project bag because I ran out of project bags. What is up next? I've got multiple projects in multiple in like a single project bag because I've run out. So they're all in Ziplocs in those bags. Next up is Sword of Power. This is my 3rd May start. I have not worked on any of my mania projects since May, which is fine. So this was the 5th of May. This is Sword of Power. Cannot remember for the life of me who did it. I just had a whole clump of 310 that needs to go back in that bag. Anyway, this is where I'm up to for Sword of Power. I'm stitching this on an 18 count. I'm pretty sure this is Argyle. It could be Prairie from Forbidden Fibre Co. I'm not 100% sure. This is an 18 count. I'm stitching this 2/2 full cross wear cord, 1/1 full cross wear cord, 2/1 tent wear cord, and 1/1 tent wear cord. This is a lot, plus back stitching. This is 1,193 stitches. But it's going to be so good once the back stitching is done. Needleminder is from Ginger Stitch AU. It is gridded because I can't count. So that can go back in its little Ziploc and back in the project bag. Now, next up is another May start. Next one in line. This was started on the 7th of May. This is Anemones by Green Terrace. This is where I'm up to. I started this on an 18 count Mystery by Volcano Stitching. Yeah, this is where this is up to. This is 325 stitches. So far this is all full cross. Another Cherry Blossom Needle Minder is also from Ginger Stitch AU. So this is where this is up to. I love this fabric. This fabric's stunning. So that is Anemones. They're in that bag. This is going to be not fun to put away. I need to hurry up because I start work in half an hour. Alright, next up is Narnia. This is a full coverage piece. This is going to be fairly big, but it is a mix of half cross and full cross. The sky is all half cross. The rest of it's all full cross. I started this on the 9th of May, 2025. And I'm not going to do the whole fabric because this is where I'm up to. This is so far all half cross. This is 1,967 tent stitches, which was 2 days worth of progress. Needle Minder is from Ginger Stitch AU. Yeah, this is where I'm up to. Also gridded because I can't count. This one also lives in a Jasmine Custom Bags bag that doesn't match it, but you know, we put them where they can fit. Okay, next up is another project bag with 2 projects. This is, no, this goes in one of the other ones. This is the Way. Do not know who did this. I can't remember. I started this on the 11th of May, 2025, which is fitting because it's a Star Wars project and Ross loves Star Wars and the 11th of May is his birthday. This is where I'm up to. This is stitched on a 32 count that I hand dyed myself. This is 654 stitches and the first helmet minus back stitching is complete. And then I started on the next one very, very smallly. So this is where it's up to. Needle Minder is from Ginger Stitch AU. So this is the Way. I don't know where you belong. You can live there. Next up is Ghost Cat. There's another May start. I started this on the 13th of May. This is where I'm up to. I'm pretty sure this is a 32 count Stormbringer. Color Cascade. Yeah, it is. It's my little offcut. This has had 905 stitches. The cat is done and backstitched because I will be backstitching as I go. And then I started working on the little Grim Reaper. This Needle Minder is also from Ginger Stitch AU. Okay, that is Little Ghost Cat. Alright, next up, which is in another Jasmine Custom Bags bag, but this one fits. This is Star Wars Dogfight. This is from Awesome Pattern Studios, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. This one's a full coverage as well. I started this on the 15th of May, 2025, and this is where I'm up to. I'm stitching this on a 25 count to over 1 tent stitch. And Needle Minder is from Ginger Stitch AU. This is 1,675 tent stitches. So yeah, there's not many colours on this one. I just, again, need to work on them. Alright, next up is Butterfly Bouquet. This is from Sprouting Lupine. I'm stitching this with Mel as well. I started this on the 17th of May 2025. And this is where I'm up to. This is stitched on a 32 count Fairies Wear Boots by Color Cascade. And this is 1,001 stitches. So cool. It is, this fabric is pink. Like, pink. Just the closer I come to the camera, the less pink it looks. So yeah. Cherry Blossom Needle Minder is from Ginger Stitch AU. I have the threads on that in here on a floss palette from from Ginger Stitch AU. Alright, next up is a BAP that I randomly decided to start just because. This is Sailor Moon Squad. This is from Tilton Crafts. Artwork is by Daniel Kordek. I started this on the 18th of May 2025, and this is where I'm up to. This is stitched on a 25 count 2/1 tent with CXC, and holy cannoli, the coverage is phenomenal. This has had 2,154 stitches this year. Sailor Moon Needleminder is from Inchworm Designs. That is where that is at. This lives in a plastic with all of the threads, and my other Sailor Moon Needleminder that I found. Alright, next up is another Needle Lot Designs chart. This is a Kofi Club chart. This is Flapjack Octopus. I started this on the 19th of May 2025. I can never finish a thread. All of my projects have threads. And this is where I'm up to. This is stitched on a 32 count Islands of Avalon by Color Cascade. This is 820 stitches. I'm stitching this 2/2 full cross. Flapjack Octopus Needleminder is from Ginger Stitch AU, and I had to purchase it the minute it came out because it just matches this pattern perfectly, which I love. So that is Flapjack Octopus, and that can go in that bag. Okay, next up is Rainbow Garden by Una Buena Piazza. I started this on the 21st of May 2025, and this is where I'm up to. I'm stitching this on a 32 count Mystery by Volcano Stitching. I was going to stitch this on black, but I started it on black Ada and it just wasn't liking the way it was sitting, so I went with this. This Needleminder is from Ginger Stitch AU. This is 463 stitches. The fabric is, there we go. The fabric's darker than what it's showing up. But yeah, love it. Hopefully it's a quick stitch. We shall see. We shall see how it goes. Okay, we don't have many left. We have 4 more projects. Amazing. This next project is Wizard Cat Broomstick by, I can't remember. I started this on the 23rd of May, and this is where I'm up to. So this is a 32 count Be Stitch Me by Be Stitch Me. And this is where I'm up to. Needleminder is from Ginger Stitch AU. But I love that the Slytherin cat is poking the eye out of the Gryffindor cat. I love it. It's going to be so good. That was 692 stitches. I don't know if I said that, but if I didn't, I did now. Okay. My third last project is the letter E. Nope. Ross is going to have to put in a photo because I almost just showed you the pattern. From Letters from Nora. The picture is in there. It's just I've got the pattern facing out because I'm back stitching as I go. Alright. Let me just move things. I started this on the 25th of May 2025. And this is where I'm up to. So this got a total of 1,097 full crosses. I'm stitching this on a 32 count Cup of Coffee by Color Cascade with the called for overdyed. Hand dyed, whatever they're called. I haven't put in any of the beads, but I am back stitching as I go. And I am doing her skin 1/1 full cross when I get there. But yeah, that's where I'm up to. It's my first Nora. It's going to be a fun time when I get it done. I mean, there's not many stitches in it, but the 1/1 is going to be real interesting. Okay. Next up is 11sies. This is by Fiddlesticks AU. And I started this on the 27th of May, 2025. And this is where I'm up to. I'm stitching this on an 18 count mystery from Color Cascade. And I'm doing a color conversion and stitching in silks. This is 259 stitches. Little Frog Needle Minder is from Ginger Stitch AU. I will show you the colors that I am using. So these are the silks I'm using for it. This rainbow floss palette is from Ginger Stitch AU. These are all silks for you from the silk of the month or the seasonal silk. This green is a seasonal silk and the rest are silk of the month silk, so I don't think you can get them. I apologize. Alright, that was my second last WIP. My final WIP for this WIP braid is a Murder of Crows. This is from Mismo Stitches. I started this on the 29th of May 2025 and this is where I'm up to. So I'm stitching this on an 18 count smoke from Whoopsie Daisy Designs, and I'm using the called for, which is 310 and 3799. So far just 310. And this is 371 stitches. Needle Minder is from Ginger Stitch AU. Okay, that was my final WIP that I have worked on for my mid-year WIP parade. Hopefully the others get touched at some point this year, but if they don't, it doesn't matter. They'll get worked on when they get worked on. Because stitching is meant to be fun, not stressful. So that is my mid-year WIP parade. I hope you have enjoyed watching. If you've been stitching while watching, let me know what you're working on because I'm easily enabled. I just bought another stitch along that starts soon, and it is the Halloween stitch along by the Tiny Modernist. I'm waiting for my fabric and threads to come in. So I will be starting that at some point when it's released. But otherwise I'm going to keep working on Mickey. And then we'll see what spins up for the next 2 weeks, which will be interesting. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have any questions on any of my projects or anything else, leave them down in the comments and I will get to them. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Do all the YouTubey things, like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next time.